Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of different religions, culture, ethnic groups, you name it, I include it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am exhausted. It's been a long week, but thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for telling a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that this friend of yours is doing this program, right? Is doing this series. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name, as per usual, my name is IroC, and welcome to the intellectual relations of consciousness. And just like that, we are wrapping it up, and we are wrapping it the way we started it, the way we've always started it. What is epilepsy? Epilepsy, it's when we are having more than one seizure in your life. So in your life, if you've had more than one seizure, chances are you are having epilepsy, my friend. Yeah. And you really need to go see a doctor. So, the last question I was asked was, basically, what are fits and what is a seizure and what is epilepsy? What's the difference? The only difference is that there is no difference. Why am I saying that? So, seizures is the medically preferred term, whereas fits is the usual term that we use. But what we are talking about a chronic disease named as epilepsy. So if you are having fits, you are having seizures. We are just talking about one thing, just using two different terms. And that is that. Excuse me. And that is that. So now I just want us, as we're closing it off, I prepared some notes here. So as we are closing it off, I just want us to talk about things that you should do and things you shouldn't do. What to do when someone is having a seizure? Rule number 1, stay calm. Be calm. Even if it's for their first time, stay calm. If you go back and check, I think it was on day 2, and the stuff I was talking about when I was talking about different types of seizures and triggers, you need to really do that. When I was talking about diagnosing, actually, yeah, how it's being diagnosed, because you need to check. So if you are panicking, you are actually not helping the person who's having a seizure. So first thing, stay calm. Stay calm, right? Now, the most important part is for you to know when do you call an ambulance and when do you not call an ambulance, right? Because not every time you really need to call an ambulance. If it's for the first time a person is having a seizure, call the ambulance. They need to be rushed to the hospital because it's for the first time. So we might think it's just a seizure, only to find out that there is more to it. There is more to it than just that normal seizure that you think this might be. And then if the person is having a difficulty of breathing, take them to hospital. Call an ambulance. They'll know what to do, right? Number 3, call an ambulance if a seizure lasts for more than 5 minutes. Now, how do you know if the seizure lasted for more than 5 minutes? It's if you are calm. You see, all of these things, they need you to be calm. If you are calm, then you'll know that it has been more than 5 minutes and this person is not stopping, right? Or this seizure is still continuing. So if the person has another seizure, so I get my first seizure and maybe it's like 2 minutes, and then in the next 10 minutes, I'm getting another seizure, call the ambulance. That person is not okay. They need to go see a doctor. Okay, now, if the seizure happens and the person is inside water, call the ambulance. whatever it might be it they're bathing, they're taking a shower, they were swimming, if they were inside the water, if the seizure happened around water, happens in water, call the ambulance. The person needs to go and see the doctor. Now, the last one, if the person has any other medical condition other than just epilepsy, or is like having any other medical condition other than just having that seizure, if they are women and they are pregnant, you need to call the ambulance right away, right? You don't need to wait for that 5 minutes. Call the ambulance right away, right? Those are the things that you should just do when people are having a seizure, right? The reasons to call an ambulance, okay? And also, chances are the people on the ambulance, they'll need some information. So, once again, stay calm. Stay calm. You don't need to be calm, all right? Now, here are the things that like you should do, right? So, firstly, most of the seizures, they end in few minutes, right? But these are like some of the general steps you need to take if a person is having a seizure, all right? So, rule number 1, guys, don't leave that person alone. Never leave them alone. You see, up until they're able to talk, up until they've gained their consciousness fully, so please, please, please do not leave them alone. They might overturn, they might swallow their vomit, their airway might be blocked, just like a lot of things might happen, and that person might unfortunately like come to death. Like, just don't leave them alone. If you feel like it's too much for you, because I know for some people like it's just traumatic, just make sure that someone at least is there. Don't leave them alone, and be calm. Please be calm. All right. And then the second person, seizures are traumatic. Seizures are really traumatic. Not only to the person like who's watching a person having a seizure, but also to the person who's actually having a seizure. It's very, very, very traumatic. So please, comfort them. Calmly so. Comfort them. And I know, this is now coming to my third point. I know you are caring, and I know you are loving, and I know you asking yourself, what is it that you can do? Please don't offer them water up until they can say they need water at least. If they can start talking, right? Like, do not force water into their mouths, because they might not be able to like drink, and then they might like choke on it. So don't offer them water up until they actually say that they need water. All right. And then keep yourself, you see, I still say, keep yourself calm. Keep yourself calm. And make sure that others are also calm. And the last thing, offer them taxi or transport. Make sure that they get home safe. Because if you let them to go by themselves, they might just have another seizure on the way and they're alone. So yeah, it happens, you know. Now, these, oh yeah. I almost went to the last part and I skipped this. So this is very important, all right? So if you remember tonic clonic on your generalized seizures, right? There is some medical first aid medical tips I want to give to you, right? So firstly, ease the person to the floor. So sometimes they might be having a seizure whilst they are sitting, all right? Just like ease them to the floor, like just easily put them on the floor, make sure that they lie. And like the second thing, right, just like clear the space around them to make sure that they do not hurt themselves, right? Now once you've cleared the space, then you put them on any side. It's usually called what's the term, a recovery position, right? It's usually called recovery position, but you don't, it's not like there's something significant about them being on the left or being on the right. So you just need to like put them on like one side, right? Like the whole body just need to lie on a side. Why? It's because when they're lying on their side, their airway is open. You know, if they want to vomit, they can. Those are like the two most important thing. If the airway is open, that's the best thing you can do. So just ease them to the floor, clear the floor, put them on the side. That's just what you need to do. And then let me see. Oh yeah, if they're wearing eyeglasses, remove them. And please, if you're having a school bag, you're having like a jacket, anything that might be comfortable, right? So that they do not bump their head on the floor, right? To prevent more of like brain infection, like, you know, and them just hurting themselves during that process, please just put something comfortable on their head, right? And then the last thing you need to do, right? Loosen everything that ties them, right? So if they are wearing like watches, just don't steal their watches, guys. Don't steal their rings, their jewelry. Don't steal them. Just remove them, put them somewhere safe, hold them with you actually up until like they're okay. Loosen like their belt, you know, like and like, but mostly things around their neck, just so that, yeah, they don't choke or stuff like that. Just do that. And then time the seizure. Last thing, time the seizure. Once it's like, so don't wait for my advice is a seizure lasts for 5 minutes. Already when it's like 4 minutes, call, or just put the number and just wait. Once it just passes the 4th minute, approaching the 5th minute, just make that call. It's very important, because after that, every second is very crucial. But stay calm. Now, the last thing I need you guys to do, please don't do this, guys. Don't do it. Whatever someone might say, even if they say, I have a brother who also gets seizures, don't do it. Like, say no, refuse. Like, don't do it. Even you convince yourself from today onwards, don't do it, right? And I'll tell you the last part and why. Right? So the first thing is, do not try to do CPR mouth to mouth. Don't do it, guys. Like, don't do it. Secondly, if they are having seizures, right, don't try to hold them down or press them down so that like the body might stop like the movement. Don't do it. It's just supposed to be like that. As painful as it is, like, just don't force them to like stop like the body movement. Don't force it, right? It's supposed to be like that. And then don't offer the person water up until they are fully recovered. Do not offer them water. They might still choke. Don't offer them water. And the last one, right? The last one, I know it because I also get like seizures. Guys, See this thing? It's very strong. And there's absolutely no way I will swallow my tongue. Like, it won't happen. 2, there's no way I will, like, bite it off. There's absolutely no way. If you see blood, usually this part, like, inside, like, our cheeks, that's where the blood comes from. Like, that's what you might bite. And it's not even like that painful that like there'll be a hole somewhere here. No, it's not like that. Guys, please, I'm begging you at this point, please. Don't try and put anything in our mouths because you think we will swallow our tongue or bite it off. And why is this very important to me? Guys, I have a beautiful smile, right? And unfortunately, other people through helping, and I'm really grateful. I've never went to anyone and be like, dude, thanks, but this is what happened. The honest truth is I have cracked teeth. Some have been removed due to that. Because now whatever object you put, it might be so strong that whilst like I'm having a seizure, and then I might just like bite it off and then it cracks my teeth. So we still want to have a beautiful smile, Anger. So please don't do it. Please don't. And just like that, this is the reason why, if you are also having seizures, please share this with other people. Like, it's not nice, guys. It's really not okay. But anyway, thank you. And if you haven't shared, now you know why you should share this. Because it's important, because it's about saving lives, because it's about spreading the awareness. My name is IroC, and just like that, signing out. Peace.